Hey, I'm Mika Moore, and these are my top exercises for jumping higher. Kind of like this. Strength training is really important when you're trying to build your plyometric strength or jump higher, because when you're doing it under load and weight, and then you do it without that weight, you find it a lot easier to be able to increase that plyometric strength. For me, the sports I do are very plyometric based. I'm a bobslayer and a sprinter, so it's really important for me to be able to explode out of the blocks, or if I'm pushing a bobsleigh off the block, I need to explode through that sled and make sure the momentum moves the sled down the track. I'm going to show you some exercises that are going to help you with your plyometric and explosive strength. First exercise, squats, a staple movement, but what you're going to be doing is moving a lot of weight as quick as you can. So when I'm squatting, I'm trying to make sure that my hips and my glutes are firing through the squat. This correlates to my sprinting perfectly. It makes sure that every movement I'm doing when I'm sprinting is driving that hip through. So our Anderson squat is another variation of squat, but we're going to be going from a static position at the lower end of the squat and driving up through the weight. The reason that we use this one, obviously, is because you're going from that static position, you're working hard from the bottom of the squat. So for me, it's driving out from the blocks, it's driving through the bobsleigh, it's all those positions where I need to be moving forward through that momentum quickly. So a barbell jump squat, we're going to have the weight on our shoulders across the back, and we're not going to put the weight too heavy on this one, maybe 10s on either side, but making sure that we're plyometrically moving up through the squat. And this one is like a nice exercise to create that plyometric strength. So with your barbell squat jump, just make sure you're not going too deep into the squat. You want like a nice squat position, drive through the squat, and make sure you land nice and flat-footed as well. So our hex bar jump squat, you can put a band around the hex bar. This is a really good way of driving through the bar really quickly. So you haven't got that resistance of weight, but you've got the band driving through. You can start in this position here, drive up through, not coming off the floor, but moving the bar as quickly as possible. Another variation of a jump squat is a banded jump, popping the band under your feet and wrapping it around your shoulders. Again, it's another way to get that explosive strength, but it's always focusing on driving the hips through really quickly. So you're going to be going from that squatted position, but pulling the hips through and activating the glutes. So a single leg jump, but adding in a dumbbell, we're weighting up our Bulgarian jumps. This is a really tricky exercise actually. So you want to be able to have your balance with it, putting your foot a nice position in front of you, dumbbells at the side, foot on a box, and drive up through that movement. So working in that Bulgarian position, you're working unilaterally, so you're working on that single leg strength. It's important that you make sure that you're working single leg as well as double leg when you're doing plyometrics. Next exercise is a med ball push, so you can hold the med ball just in front of you at your chest, squatting down with a double leg position and driving through the med ball. Release the med ball at the end. This is perfect for if you are a sprinter or you're coming out of that striving position. It's again working on that first step, getting the first step down, but under a weighted, controlled way. I hope you enjoyed this workout, and I hope these exercises help you to be able to jump that bit higher. If you've got any questions, pop them in the comment box below.